McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown was not surprised by Christian Horner's Red Bull Formula One departure, but was a little thrown off by the timing. Just 3 days after the British Grand Prix on the 9th of July, Red Bull announced the removal of Horner as CEO and team principal, roles he'd held since the 2050 team's F1 debut in 2005. It came 12 rounds into the 2025 campaign with Laurent Mekies, the now former boss of Sister Squad Racing Bulls, replacing Horner. He appears to have paid the price for Red Bull's performance decline, having dominated the 2023 season before finishing third last year with the Austrian squad currently fourth in 2025. But it also came 17 months after Horner was cleared of inappropriate behavior following allegations made by a female Red Bull employee, which at the time threw his future into serious question. That also came amid a power struggle at the parent Red Bull company following the death of founder Dietrich Mateschitz, and such internal politics may have contributed to Horner's exit. When asked by TSN if he was surprised by the departure, Brown said, "Maybe the timing, but not the result. I think there's been a lot of drama there the last couple of years, and it doesn't seem like that drama has been calming down, maybe been getting worse. So I'm not surprised, anytime in the middle of the season, but we're head down on our championship. They've got Max Verstappen still knocking on the door, so we've got to pay attention to that. But yeah, tremendous amount of success they've had. Given his age and his history in motor racing, I'd be surprised if he didn't show up somewhere in motor racing," Brown added. "But I don't know his other interests, whether he wants to go run a football team or what have you, so we'll see." Brown's McLaren outfit ended Red Bull's dominance by taking the 2024 F1 Constructors' title, and it is well on course to defend its championship this year. McLaren should also have its first drivers' champion since Lewis Hamilton in 2008, as Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are involved in a tight title battle this season. The British marque is involved in other motorsport series as well, like IndyCar, while McLaren is also set for a Le Mans return in 2027, which will include a World Endurance Championship campaign. So, when asked about McLaren's targets in the same interview with TSN, Brown said there is still a lot more to achieve. "I feel like we're on our way," said Brown, who became McLaren Racing CEO in 2018. "I feel like we are hitting our goals, but our ultimate goal is to win the Indy 500, win the IndyCar Championship, win the Formula One Constructors' Championship, win the Formula One Drivers' Championship, and win Le Mans and win the World Endurance Championship, and then to do it again. So we've only been able to do one of those so far, which is the Constructors' Championship. But in all seriousness, I feel like we're well on our way, but a lot of unfinished business." Since then, Red Bull have gone through a tempestuous period, including a decline in their competitiveness. Their chief technical officer, Adrian Newey, resigned in April last year, at least partly as a result of the allegations against Horner. Newey, regarded as the greatest F1 designer in history, now works for Aston Martin. In July last year, longtime sporting director Jonathan Wheatley also resigned. He is now team principal of Sauber, which next year is morphing into Audi's factory team. And in September, Red Bull head of strategy Will Courtney signed for McLaren. He is currently being held to his contract and is expected to join his new team at some point next year. While Verstappen won his fourth consecutive world title last season, the Dutchman won only twice in the final 13 races of the year, and Red Bull finished third in the Constructors' Championship. This year, Verstappen is third in the Drivers' Championship with just 2 wins in the first 12 races and the team fourth in the Constructors' Championship, and Red Bull have been engulfed by speculation about whether the Dutchman might leave for Mercedes at the end of the season. Brown has taken a less provocative approach to Horner this year, but has not hidden his disdain for Red Bull's sniping about the legality of the McLaren car behind the scenes. At the Miami Grand Prix, he drank from a bottle labeled tire water, a reference to Horner complaining to the FIA about their belief that McLaren were using water to cool their tires. Brown considered the allegation spurious and said it had no foundation in reality. So Brown said, not surprised by Horner's Red Bull F1 exit. Like and comments below.